Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's true that there can be a stigma against it, about having, mental health issue. And then I think some of that is, over dramatization in the media, in movies and things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
really, in order to have a really fulfilling life, we all need to take a look inside ourselves and know what triggers us, what makes us happy, what makes us sad, and where those feelings come from, because then it affects our interactions with others. And, those interactions can then, and then that those mirror back to us, those interactions with
Yeah.
people, whether they're positive or negative, then it impacts us emotionally in one way or another. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very important to look at those things and not look at it, like, oh, there's something wrong with you. Well, yes, there's something wrong with all of us. We were all human and we were all imperfect. And, those of us who are, dealing every day with, anxiety and stress and things like that to a deeper
Mm-hmm.
level, it's really important that we take a look at that and figure out how we can move forward from that. And then, share our stories with others so they can say, there's something wrong with me. This is an issue. I need to take
Mm-hmm.
care of it.
Yeah. And that's what's been rewarding, is even when it was just social media posts. I would get people private messaging me and saying that helps. They went and
Mhm.
made an appointment, or they went to the gym, or they did
Right.
this one thing that they've been putting off.
Mhm.
And it's just to know, like, okay, I made this one post about what was going on, and 3 people, said that it was helpful, and that they started doing something for themselves.
Yeah.
So that's rewarding. I
Yeah.
want to pass that
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. And that's what it's about, mostly at the end of the day. It's um helping. I don't want to make a grandiose statement, but it's helping heal people or heal the world, or one one person at a time, because really that's
Mhm.
how it's done. Nothing is ever going to change overnight, um but if we can each individually, one person at a time, treat ourselves better, learn to love
Mhm.
ourselves, then we can be more accepting of others, which then in turn will help them to treat themselves better, learn to love themselves, and then that can
Mhm.
impact, people within their circles. So,
Absolutely. Mhm. I was just thinking, like, I have a post-it note that I put on the bathroom mirror because I was starting to get like that negative chatter about like my mind, my body, my Hashimoto's and stuff. Like
mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm
So,
so much bigger
yes.
now,
Yep.
and kind of like you were saying, going through
Mm-hmm.
the change. And the last thing I have on that post-it note as a reminder is to affirm. And I feel like I've ignored that for quite a
Mm-hmm.
while, and my mind was doing the opposite. So I almost took it off. And then a couple of days ago, I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to pay attention to anything else on there, and I'm just going to affirm.
Would you
Oh.
talk more about that? What does that mean specifically, like for you, to affirm?
For me, I kind of take it from Rhonda Byrne's The Magic,
Mm-hmm.
where it talks about just thanking your body for what it is. So when I'm looking in the mirror and I affirm, what I'm doing there is very physical. Like I have kind eyes, and I'm healthy-ish. um, and I'm just saying those things, and like my hands allow me to create.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's just like, I don't know, I say something different every time, but
Okay.
it's so much better than looking in the mirror and thinking or saying what I was before, like, wow, my back is really broken out, or wow, my waistline's gotten so much bigger. So it's
Right.
like, oh, I have nice shiny hair and stuff. But a lot of the times, my affirmations and like my self chatter is usually more like psychological and like emotionally inclined. So it's like, I help people and that feels good. I'm creative and I use my creativity to help others and to inspire. So that's like something that I would do outside of the mirror. But I'm just trying to bring that back because what you were just talking about was like, the one person at a time and self-love and, how it kind of just comes back to like your whole circle. And it just made me think of that Post-it note that I almost put down because I was like, I'm not affirming in the right way.
I love that. I love that. That reminds me, there was when I was a teacher, I would do this meditation with my students. And what we would do is physically go through and like we touch our face and we say, I love my face. I love how smooth my skin is. I love my eyes. I have 2 eyes. I can see. And if they have glasses, they would say, my glasses help my eyes to see better. I love my nose. I can smell. I love my mouth. It helps me eat. And then they would name something that we eat. And of course, they'd be like hot dogs, french fries, pizza, whatever it was. And they loved it. And I did it once, I think, with their parents. And the parents were just like, they felt really good at the end of it. And then sometimes, one of the things that I've talked to with my own coach is she was like, when you're putting lotion on your skin, don't just slap it on. Take the time to appreciate your skin and your body. So I love that because that's something I've also have not done as much lately as I should be because I have not been very happy with my body. And so, and that's a two-way street too, because if I'm not happy with my body, it's not going to perform for me the way I want it to because it feels unloved and unappreciated. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really unexpected to hear from you. So it just shows that we all, go through these phases at times.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
And it's
take
natural.
amazing care of yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
It's a struggle. No, I should not use that word. It's not a struggle. It's a process.
Process. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard because I have Hashimoto's too. So it's like that also just
I did not know that.
Yeah, it does what it wants sometimes. Sometimes it's like up here and like mine will have it where it acts up and then I lose all this weight and I can't control it. And then other times it does the opposite. And then sometimes it's just fine. It's just regular and it's okay. Yeah. So
The fatigue is what gets me the most.
Yeah.
The fatigue and the weight gain. So
yeah, it's hard. Because there's a lot of it that's just out of your control. And I mean, not to the point of like, if you're keeping up a moderate, to what's the word? Too intense, heavy workout style, you can really keep it down, but then you can counteract the good of that by overdoing it because then you stress your body out. And then your body starts to feel stressed and it doesn't feel safe anymore. And for me, what my body does when it does feel stressed and unsafe, I want to get tired. And 2, it wants to eat. Like it feels like it needs to input. It's trying to pull in what it needs from an outside source. So, yeah. So it's just like you said, it's balance. It's about balance.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing we have in common that I didn't even know.
Yeah, when you said Hashimoto's and you were like touching your neck, and I was like, "Yep, I get the rashes too."
I actually think it looks a lot smaller than usual.
I can't see it
now
at all right now, so that's good. But yeah, I'll get it, and mine will just come all up right same area right down there, and all sometimes it'll spread to my chest too, and it's like, okay, you need to. And when it spreads that far, I know it's more than just the Hashimoto's, it's stress, which is
Yeah.
triggering it. So, yeah. So,
Yeah. Who knows?
stress is
Maybe
real.
maybe having that cold and resting so much cause just calm things down a bit.
Yeah, our bodies will do that. They will make us sick, so we have to stop.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do it on your own, I'm going to make you do it.
Mm-hmm. And I told Chris that, my husband. He's very much go, 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 no
Yeah.
naps, I'll rest when I'm dead. I'm like, no, that's not called resting, dear.
Nope.
um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to stop. It is.
Yeah.
And it's very important. Yeah.
Well,
It would be neat. I'm having an idea, if I may,
yeah.
to maybe talk about the next time some self-care practices and how
Yeah.
that helps us or impacts us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like that very much. And I was just going to say this has been great. I'm so glad we are finally able to figure it out so we could both be on screen at the same time. I'm thinking maybe we should wrap up.
Yes.
I still have some homework, and I'm sure you probably have some other things going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look forward to doing this again. And again, we're just kind of keeping it informal, so we don't necessarily have a schedule yet.
Right.
But hopefully more and more people will see it and will appreciate what we're doing.
All right. Thank you so much for having me, and you have a great afternoon, and you're going to do really well on your homework.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And have a great afternoon as well.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Janae.